Hi viewers, welcome to Safety World. Srinivas before you. Today's topic is rice. What is the importance of rice? What is the origin of rice? What is the history behind rice domestication? Rice originated from probably from South Asia, exclusively even India or China. Exactly, but it should be Asian continent. And from here it migrated with the men and traders around the world. Now the the total amount of people eating rice comes around 50% in our global population. Okay, so what is the nutrient content of rice? Rice contains almost 28% of carbohydrates, only 3% of protein, and remaining all is minerals, vitamin B, and trace elements all. So why rice is very exclusively important as a stable food? I was trying with an experiment. What will happen if we eat other than rice? Because in India, I am belonging to India, as you know very well. We eat here rice, South India exclusively. So we eat rice as a staple food. One day what happened, I was experimenting myself with a lot of fruits and exclusively fruits only. I was relying on fruits total day almost. So what happened at evening, late evening, I got weak fatigue, like feelings, weak feelings. That something is missing from me like that. So when I eat the afternoon meal, I was very strengthened with rice. So rice, that much it is printed in the gene itself. The stable food, rice. It contains the essential things to be absorbed by our human system, exclusively those adapted for rice. Those adapted for wheat, same story. Okay, that's the difference between rice and wheat. Wheat has got more fibers than rice, and rice as such, why it is important, why it is a stable food for almost 50% of human population, is that it contains almost 28% of starch. Starch, if you take through the mouth, it goes to the stomach and it digests into glucose, which will be absorbed in bloodstream and used for energy for our works. Okay, because energy means glucose. Glucose gives energy for us. Okay, well, so rice, it is domesticated almost nearly 5,000 years ago. So from that days onwards, rice was linked with human evolution and how it co-evolved with us. Now lot of varieties of rice are available, even colorful variety of rices, or the brown rice, black rice, red rice, dark brown rice, what else? Bleached white rice, many color, translucent appearing rice, many rices are there these days. So rice is the staple food almost to 50% of the human population. So it has got its significance for raising as a crop by almost all the citizens of the world. You may think farmers should raise rice. They should do. No, all of the citizens should know agriculture. All of us should be farmer. We should know agriculture basically, because the global population is increasing day by day, minute by minute. So when we are having only one world, in that limited resources, fresh water is depleting, food is diminishing, wearing cloth and other amenities all are diminishing, but the global population is deeply increasing. So we have to recycle, reuse and concentrate on agriculture. Even in top of our terrace of the houses, we have to do agriculture. Think about it, how best we can adapt food production for the steeply increasing population, because nobody should starve of food. One day if anybody is starving, immunity will drop, disease will come very easily into our system. So Secondly, the workability, the manpower, all will be affected, and economy will collapse, and many more side effects and chain reactions, which all are destructive in nature. So, agriculture should be known by every citizen of our globe. Practice agriculture in the rooftop. We can, wherever possible, do it, and wherever barren land, grow trees, including with that agriculture. So tree crops should be there, stand in the bunds, and we have to raise some rice or wheat or whatever as a crop for food. And you have to think about storing food crops, storing food grains for the future. It may be drought some days after, there may be drought, there may be famine, we don't know what may happen in future. So we have to adapt for all this type of threats. So what could be done? So I just was thinking with an idea of storing food grains and fruits like dates, which will not spoil very easily. All this food material in polar regions, the refrigerator of our entire globe, South Pole as well as Antarctica. That is, South Pole means Antarctica, and North Poles also. So in between deep ice sheets, we have to bury the grains, tons and tons of grains, tons and tons of dry fruits, nuts, whatever food material. Future it may be famine, climate change will do a lot of problem for human population. Some country may starve, some place in the globe will be getting starved of food, some places of earth will get affected with lot of rain, flood, some part of the earth may be affected with the drought and dryness, aridness, agriculture became very problem. So at that time we can take this stored products for the children, ladies and men to get away from the starvation and to get the life. Imagine, international governments should come forward to use their refrigerator in polar regions to store food in a lot of quantities for the future, not nearby the shores, deep inside the ice sheets, deep inside the Antarctica, so that it will not spoil for thousands of years even. Okay. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe this video, and you can also comment on this video. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.